What's going on, everybody? So today I want to talk about the new update and some things to do to prepare for it. So I'm going to be dropping this video on January 14th. So a few hours from now. I just recorded my video on, identifying a bunch of legendary items, which I will put out tomorrow. But these videos, super important for us to go ahead and talk about every piece coming into this update, specifically the legendary essence extraction system, because this is going to be a massive grind that we're going to have to do over the course of, who knows, like 5-6 months, to be honest, in order to get every single piece. It sometimes takes people, months just to get a single piece that they're missing. So I wouldn't be surprised that this is like a 5-6 month grind for the future. And so you may as well get a head start here in a couple of days. And if you guys are heavy grinders, maybe you'll get an instant boost for those of you. So right here, what we're talking about, all of these items in my stash right here, these things you guys have to start saving. Now, there's no confirmation on whether or not we can actually use previous legendary items for the essence extraction system. I'd imagine guaranteed if you're able to farm Hell 8, those items will work 100% because it does have exclusive legendary items. But if you read through the update, it doesn't say specifically Hell 8 only, it doesn't say specifically Hell 6, Hell 7. It just says that the more you extract, the less value you'll get out of it because, it's a grinding game. And so that means that you're going to want to start to save all the pieces of gear that you normally use in your regular build. Now, obviously, we only have so much stash space, right? So you can't save every single legendary, assuming you have a lot of legendaries, right? You're going to want to at least save a stash full. So that way you have a lot of legendaries available and maybe even some legendaries in your main inventory. But the key part is to save legendaries that you're using regularly. For example, here, if I just go through some items that I'm using on my wizard, Wind Shaper is one that I absolutely use all the time. This is like a key component of the Firestorm build. I'm using Unrepentant Gale. I'm using Galebringer's Leggings. I'm using a bunch of other like Mask of Illusions, Lion's Resonant Wisdom, Searing Judgment. All of these pieces of gear are either pieces that are going to be upgrades for me when I reach Hell 7, or they're pieces of gear that I want to save in order for me to go ahead and unlock those future tiers of the essence extraction system. So what you should be doing is anytime you farm a legendary item, if you don't have a full stash, save it in the stash. If you have a full stash, save the ones that you're going to use the most and then salvage the others if you need more inventory space. But you're going to want to save all the legendaries upcoming for this update, assuming, again, there's no guarantee, so I want to say that, assuming that you can use these legendary items in the extraction system. I see no reason why we can't, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're not able to use them. But this is just one way to prep for it. On top of that, guys, I have a little bit of information for you. The data miner reached out to me. I want to say before I don't jump into any of this information, including my first part of the video, all of this is sort of speculation on the update itself. And some of it is not finalized. Some of it is just early kind of looks at this stuff. So there's nothing guaranteed here. This is just some things that we found out. And giving you advice on our information as far as we possibly know. So take that with a grain of salt when we're talking about anything in this video. But what I want to mention here is the new stat effects and the upgrade levels on how to get these upgraded stat effects. So as you see, when we go into a legendary item, I'll go over here to the extraction system. When we click on any sort of item, they have different things available to it. For example, here, if I were to just go through, some of these have radius increases, some of these have range increases, some of these have damage over time, some of these have CC effects, some of these are randomly distance increase, we have absorption from shielding, we have damage increase, we have on the chest piece we have a cooldown decrease, actually it might have been pants, yeah, so cooldown decrease. We have all sorts of different mechanics, but mainly it's skill damage, it's damage on the item itself, it's cooldowns, or it's some sort of effective ability. That's what these essences do. So it looks like, again, speculation, or rather not confirmed because it's not in the game, there are 5 new upgrades that we can get that can expand upon this. More skill damage, more damage, regular damage, like something like this. Skill cooldown reduction can be increased. Energy reduction, potentially. or the shield effectiveness, or even potentially CC duration. What I imagine here is that these green numbers, if you save up your legendary items, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, these green numbers are going to be the ones that are increasing, right? For example, here, if we have Chaos Nexus, this Disintegrate can now channel up to 5 additional beams, dealing 2,000 damage. Or, let's say we have, this one, which is enemies killed by Disintegrate is going to deal extra damage. These ones I can definitely see getting upgrades very easily. The one thing that I have to consider is these ones that don't really have those green numbers, because there's quite a few of them. For example, here, right here, let's go to the top one. Ice Crystal now summons a freezing crystal that inflicts greater damage over time and stacking chill. If I were to read that and say, what is it going to upgrade about that? Well, it might increase the damage, but it doesn't actually have a damage number, or it might actually just increase the chill amount or the amount of stacking chills that you're getting. I'm not sure. Or this one, Ray of Frost now channels the blizzard around you, continually damaging and chilling nearby enemies. Again, I'm not quite sure what this is going to do when you upgrade it. Perhaps it increases the damage that it does, the new version of Ray of Frost, or perhaps it chills people faster or more stacks. Or this one, Lightning Nova now hurls balls of chilling ice. This might, maybe at max upgrade it freezes people, or, maybe it just does more damage. I'm not quite sure, but one thing's for sure, is that damage increases, cooldown increases, energy reduction, shield effectiveness, all this stuff. For example, on the shoulders, when we have something like this is going to create an ice shield, this is going to go ahead and absorb damage. All of these, I guarantee you, are going to be things that are going to be, basically increasing in number, right? Instead of having a shield that absorbs 12k damage, it's going to be a shield that absorbs 20k damage if you have this leveled up. Now let's talk about something that is potentially how the upgrade system could work. Again, this is something earlier data mines and things like that, but it looks to be that the new essence extraction system has a level tiered system. When you get one copy of an item and you extract it, potentially if it's one or whatever essence mastery, however that works, whether it's like 70 copies or one copy, I'm not sure. But it looks like whenever you get to an essence mastery level of 1, you're going to get an upgrade at 3, 6, and 10. So you kind of have to reach these thresholds. Then you're going to get these upgrades. That's what it looks to be. Not quite sure if you're going to have intermediate upgrades at 2 and 4, 5, or 7, 8, and 9. And those are going to give you minor upgrades. And then 3, 6, and 10 are going to be a big major upgrade for the item. Or if you just get the bonuses when you reach those essence mastery set levels of 3, 6, 10, and 1. Again, I'm not sure how many items are going to go into it. I'm not sure how much experience will go into it. I'm not sure if you can even use the lower hell difficulty items, because that's what they referred to way earlier on when we were talking about this. And if you're at a certain difficulty, let's say you're at hell 7, you have a hell 7 unlocked, maybe you can't get value out of hell 6 items anymore to upgrade your essence level. Again, it looks like this to be an experience-based system. I don't think it's a 1-for-1. For example, let's say the cap is 10. Which it appears to be so. I don't think it means that you have to farm 10 Searing Judgments, for example, to get max upgrade. My guess is that it's going to be you have to farm 50 Searing Judgments or 70 or 100 Searing Judgments to get max upgrades, because it's going to be an experience system, which means that any legendary item that you have is 100% worth saving until you fill up that stash. Again, this is going to be a long grind, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy it, and I hope you guys are ready for it. I personally am super excited. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Again, I just want to make this video to alert anybody that might be confused on what's happening, to save your legendary items if you have space. I wouldn't recommend, filling up your inventory and being miserable. But if you have space, definitely save it just in case we have the ability to extract to those items and get those upgrades. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to sub to the channel. Like this video. I'm going to have a lot of content when this update drops, talking about the essence extraction system, talking about the set item pities and the dungeon drop rates, talking about the new legendary items with the wizard. I think it's going to be the most broken build in the entire game, which I'll have to go and check out. So there's so many things that I have to make. So if you guys want to check out those videos, be sure to sub, and you'll be able to check them out when they come out. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.